Hello friends, today I'll show you how to make a caramel macaron cake. Chocolate macaron shells are filled with salted caramel buttercream and salted caramel sauce. Absolutely delicious. Subscribe to my channel if you like making macarons. I post new videos every week. First, let's make the shells. Place the egg whites and the granulated sugar in a bowl over a pan with barely simmering water and whisk until the sugar is melted. It should only take 1 to 2 minutes. Once you don't feel any sugar granules between your fingers, remove it from the heat and begin whipping. I like to begin whipping on low and then gradually increase the speed to medium or medium-high. You should whip the syrup until the meringue achieves stiff peaks. Time whipping is going to depend on your mixer and on the speed that you're using. Stop whipping once the meringue achieves stiff peaks, meaning that the peaks should be shooting straight up. Then we're going to add the dry ingredients. We're going to add almond flour, powdered sugar, and also cocoa powder. You can sift the ingredients right into the bowl or you can leave them pre-sifted. And then we're going to begin the macaronage. So we're going to fold the ingredients with a spatula until they're incorporated and at the perfect consistency, which I'm going to show you what it looks like. Also, I'm just going to add a little bit of brown food coloring to enhance the color. This is optional. As you can see here, I can hold a spatula full of batter over the bowl and it's falling slowly and effortlessly without breaking up at first. And even after it breaks up, still continues to flow off the spatula. And then it incorporates and blends well with the batter that's in the bowl. That's a sign that the batter is ready to be piped. Transfer it to a piping bag. I printed the circle templates, which were 4.5 inches in diameter, and I put it under my silicone mat. Place the piping bag directly 90 degrees over the center of a circle template, apply gentle pressure, and carefully pipe while keeping the bag in the vertical position. I piped each macaron about 3.5 inches because they spread out considerably after piping, and then they reached the 4.5 inch diameter after I banged the trays against the counter. I had some leftover batter and I piped it to make tiny macarons, which I will use to decorate the macaron cake later. Once you've piped your circles, bang the trays against the counter to release any air bubbles and then use a toothpick to pop any remaining air bubbles that are on the surface of the shells. Let the tray sit for a while so the shells will dry out. These large shells take quite a while to dry, so I leave them for about almost an hour. Bake the shells at 325 Fahrenheit for anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. It really depends on your oven and on how big you actually piped the shells. Now let's make the salted caramel sauce. Place the sugar in a medium saucepan with a heavy bottom over medium heat. Stir constantly to help the sugar melt evenly. And as you can see here, I'm stirring the whole entire time. As soon as the sugar has melted entirely and the last bit of sugar crystals have dissolved, quickly add the heavy cream. And be careful because it will bubble up and you don't want to get burned. After a few seconds, the bubbles should subside. That's when you should add the butter. Mix until the butter has melted and add the salt. As soon as the last bit of butter has melted, immediately remove it from the heat. If you overcook this caramel sauce at any stage, it will become too hard when it cools down. Transfer it to a glass bowl and let it cool completely. Now let's make the salted caramel buttercream. Cream the butter on medium-high until creamy for about 1 minute. Then add the cooled down caramel sauce. The sauce should be at room temperature. It should not be cold, but it should also not be warm. And then mix briefly to combine. And then add the powdered sugar and cream to combine until the buttercream is fluffy and smooth. If the buttercream is too stiff, add a teaspoon of water or milk to thin it out, or add more powdered sugar if it needs to be thicker. Then place the frosting in a piping bag. Now let's assemble the cake. Pipe dots of frosting around the edges of a macaron shell, or you can just pipe a ring of frosting. Then fill the middle with some caramel sauce. Again, the caramel sauce should be at room temperature. It shouldn't be warm so it doesn't melt the buttercream, and it should also not be cold, otherwise it won't spread out nicely. Then top with another shell and repeat. And then to decorate the top of the cake, I used some of the mini macarons that I've made, also some caramel popcorn, and some Callebaut crisp pearls. I hope you enjoyed today's video. To grab the full recipe, please visit my blog. I'll put the link down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I post new content every week. Thank you. Bye.